Mr. Pigden, he wanted to teach, and he probably wanted to teach because he wanted to find a student that he could change their lives, and it was me. I was the guy. I can't even tell you, sometimes I think about him literally every day. He gave me some self-worth. He made me feel like I was important. I remember when I met him again, it was really strange.
Hello, Ian. Long time no see.
Mr. Pigden, you're alive.
I'm alive, he says. How are you doing?
I can't believe it. Someone said you was dead.
As you see, I'm very much in, and I'm so glad you've done so well with yourself.
I don't know what to say. God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't know why I didn't tell Mr. Pigden about what was happening at home, but just having his encouragement really helped. To see how schools are trying to support children who are having the same difficulties that I had, I've come back to the place where I first met Mr. Pigden, my old primary school, Turnham Academy. How are you? Good to see you, okay?
How are you?
I'm very good.
We're really lucky that we have an outstanding head of pastoral care, Mr. Alexander, who really works with the children. Mr. Alexander, Ian Wright. Always Mr. Alexander. It's Anthony's his first name. We're allowed to use it.
Look at Anthony's smile, man. How can you be naughty when this guy smile, man? Great to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Absolutely pleasure, man. I'm so looking forward to speaking to you, man.
You too.
So what is it you actually do, Andy?
So the kids ask me that sometimes. They say, Mr. Alexander, what's your actual job? And I said, my job's just to make sure you guys are happy. But lots of circumstances mean that there are some things our kids don't get or can't get. And I feel like our job here, then, is to try and plug some of those gaps.
Have you seen the difference?
Yeah, definitely. And that's always a nice thing. We can't necessarily change their home situations. But what we can do is, while they're here, this is where we flood them with all of those positive things, all of those ideas that you can achieve, you can do this, you can do that. I'm not going to change, and we're not going to change everyone just because we do fantastic stuff at school. But my hope is that they'll be able to look back and say, because of the help I got here, that helped me to be able to do this, and that's the success. I might not get to see it in the next 10 years, but then 12 years down the line, I see them on the street and they're really happy and they're doing really well. And there's, you know, even the smile to see you again, be like, oh, Mr. Alexander, you know, and they remember you and you're like, yeah, that alone for me is like, yeah, you remember me.
My guy, you know, my guy. I'm so proud of you. It's so important that we can try and reach kids that may be in these vulnerable environments. Catching the kids at a young age so they can deal with emotions so it doesn't fester. It's got to be a good thing. Not every school has an Anthony. I can see how important he is for the kids at Turnham, like Mr. Pigden was for me. He passed away a few years ago now, but we made sure he was never forgotten. In recognition of Sydney Charles Pigden for his dedicated service to the Lewisham community, World War II Spitfire pilot, teacher at Turnham School, Secretary Lewisham Primary Schools, Football Association, and sports coach and mentor. See? He'd be proud of me how I read that. He's a great man.
As soon as I kind of seen him and we got chatting, it was kind of like, all right, actually, yeah, I do really like this man.
It was a football fairy tale for a couple who loved the beautiful game almost as much as they love each other.
Our strength was that we understood what we both did, and we knew what it took to be at the top and to be at the top of our game.
Steph was captain of the Lionesses, while Stephen had just signed for Bolton Wanderers. They wed in 2018, but 4 months later came a devastating diagnosis.
No one can ever prepare you for that moment. At the time, none of us had heard of what motor neuron disease was, and I always remember Googling, and I think the first line was like life expectancies from 2 to 10 years.
How do you cope?
It's hard, and I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I have the best days, because I don't. I think, like, how do you even describe like the changes that we've had as a family? It's so hard to see your husband, who had so much promise in his football career, to see that being taken away from him, but also the simple tasks that we probably take for granted of being able to walk, being able to have food, being able to get up the stairs. I think that brings perspective massively to me.
There is no cure for motor neurone disease, and while rugby legend Rob Burrows' diagnosis raised its profile, Steph believes research is radically underfunded.
First and foremost, we miss Rob a lot, same as Doddy, Lenny John Rose, Chris Rimmer. These are people now that are using their profiles to raise awareness. We are so desperate for that cure. We're so desperate for money to be put into research to allow families to have that little bit of hope.
And tomorrow, footballers past and present will walk 178 miles in a repeat of last year's March of the Day. This time they'll start in Wembley rather than West Yorkshire and take in 26 football grounds along the way.
If you're around in them areas over the weekend, I think if you can go and join, even if it's for a couple of miles, and support the fight against MND.
As for the future, she's retired from football and doesn't want to waste a moment.
It's always a dream of ours to be parents one day, and that's still possible, and it's something that we're always continuing to speak about. But yeah, I love him to absolute bits. I know he's as strong as ever, and he's willing to fight this for as long as possible.